morning students. Today we discuss about 11th accountancy new chapter, that is trial balance. In this chapter we discuss about the meaning, features, advantages and specimen of trial balance and some problems related to trial balance. First we discuss about the meaning of trial balance. That is, a trial balance is a statement prepared with the debit and credit balance of the ledger accounts to test the arithmetical accuracy of the books. So trial balance is to be prepared in order to check the arithmetical accuracy of the various ledgers. So this statement is prepared by using one side of the ruled accountancy notebook, and in the case of preparation of trial balance, we should take all the balances of various ledgers, whether debit balances or credit balances, and that should be recorded in the same side of debit and credit. And while totaling the debit column and the credit column, the total must agree. Then only we should assume as the journal and ledger and the balance of the ledger is correct. So in order to check the correctness of the various ledgers in the books of accounts, we should prepare the trial balance. Features of trial balance. Trial balance contain the balance of all ledger accounts. So all the ledger accounts are to be balanced, and that balance should be taken to the trial balance. It is prepared on a specific date. That is why the word as on is used at the top. So on a particular date, this trial balance will be prepared. Quarterly or half-yearly or even annually we can prepare the trial balance. When double entry system is followed, the total of the debit and the credit column of the trial balance must be equal. Thus, the trial balance helps to check the arithmetical accuracy of entries made in the books of accounts. If there is a difference between the total of debit column and the credit column of the trial balance, it is an indication of error being committed somewhere. So if the total of the debit and the credit columns is not agreed on, means and there should be any mistake will be committed in the books of accounts, whether in the journal or ledger or balancing the ledger, anything. So somewhere we commit some mistakes. So accounting clerical error will be committed in the books of accounts if the trial balance of total of debit and the credit column should not agree. If the both debit and the credit column of the trial balance have the same total, it does not mean that there is no mistakes in accounting. So since some errors are not disclosed by the trial balance, there are some mistakes which is not disclosed by the trial balance, even though the trial balance will tallied. Objectives of preparation of a trial balance. The first point is test of arithmetical accuracy. So trial balance is the means by which the arithmetical accuracy of the bookkeeping work is checked. So in order to preparation of trial balance, the accuracy of the various ledgers will be easily checked out. So in order to check the arithmetical accuracy of the ledger, this trial balance statement will be prepared. When the total of debit column and the credit column in the trial balance are equal, it is assumed that posting from subsidy books, balancing of ledger accounts, etc. are automatically correct. However, there may be some errors which are not disclosed by the trial balance. Basis for preparing final accounts. So trial balance preparation is the basic form in order to prepare the final account of the business concern. So financial statements, namely trading and profit loss account and balance sheet, are prepared on the basis of summary of ledger balances obtained from the trial balance. Location of errors. When the trial balance does not tally, it is an indication that certain errors have occurred. So the errors may be occurred at one or more of the stages of accounting process. namely journalizing or recording in substitute books, totaling substitute books, posting in ledger accounts, balancing the ledger accounts, carrying ledger accounts balances to the trial balance. So totaling the trial balance columns, etc. In this accounting process, all should be correct, means the trial balance should be tally, or if the trial balance should not agree, means we commit any errors in this accounting process, that is substitute books, balancing of ledger posting, balancing of various ledgers, and carrying forward of the balance of the ledger to the trial balance, and totaling of the trial balance. Where we should commit mistakes, it can be easily find out. Hence the error should be located and rectified before preparing the financial statements. Summarized information of ledger accounts. So the summary of ledger accounts is shown in the trial balance. Ledger accounts have to be seen only when details are required in respect of an account. So for these purposes, the trial balance will be prepared. And there are few limitations of preparing trial balance. It is possible to prepare trial balance of an organization only if the double entry system of bookkeeping is followed. Otherwise, if single entry system of bookkeeping is followed, means no possible to prepare the trial balance. Even if some transactions are omitted, the trial balance will tally. If the transactions are completely omitted, means the trial balance will tally, even though errors of complete omission will be occurred. Trial balance may tally even though errors are committed in the books of accounts, because of some errors will not disclose in the trial balance. If trial balance is not prepared in a systematic way, the final accounts prepared on the basis of trial balance may not depict the actual state of affairs of the concern. Agreement of trial balance is not a conclusive proof of arithmetical accuracy of accounts made in the records. So this is because there are certain errors which are disclosed by trial balance, such as complete omission of a transaction, compensating errors, and error of principles. These type of errors will not disclose in the trial balance. Only partial omission errors will be possible to locate the errors in the trial balance. Method of preparing trial balance. There are three methods of preparing trial balance, that is balance method, total method, and total and balance method. So in the case of balance method, the balance of every ledger account, either debit or credit, as the case may be, is recorded in the trial balance against the respective accounts. The balance method widely used as it helps in preparation of a financial statement. So this balance method will be mostly used by the business organization, those who are maintaining accounts under double entry system of bookkeeping. Total method. So under this method, the total amount on the debit side of the ledger accounts and total amount of the credit side on the ledger accounts are ascertained and recorded in the trial balance. This method is not commonly used because it cannot help the preparation of financial statement in the business organization. Total and balance method. This method is a combination of both total method and balance method. So under this method, 4 columns are prepared, namely total of the debit side of the ledger accounts, total of the credit side of the ledger accounts, debit balance of the ledger accounts, credit balance of the ledger accounts. So 4 columns will be maintained under this method. But in usual practice, in all the business organization, those who are maintaining accounting records under double entry system of bookkeeping, they should follow the first method, that is balance method. So this method will help the business people to prepare financial statement. So in the case of balance method, there are various steps to be followed to prepare the trial balance. That is, calculate the balance of all ledger accounts including cash book. Step 2, record the name of the accounts in the particular column and amount of the balance in the debit column and the credit balance in the credit column. Step 3, enter the page number of ledger from which the balance is taken in the ledger column. And step 4, total the debit and credit column. It must be equal. If not equal, locate the error and make the trial balance agree. So these are the 4 steps should be followed in order to prepare the trial balance. The specimen of trial balance is, it can be prepared by using only one side of the accounts notebook, and the column will be serial number, name of the accounts or particulars, LF, that is ledger folio, page number of the ledger, debit balance one column, credit balance one column. So these are the various columns should be maintained while preparing the trial balance. It is a specimen of trial balance. That is, we should go through this specimen whenever you are free. It can be easily understand the specimen and it can be help to prepare the trial balance very easily. Cash in and mostly generally all the assets, all the properties account and all the expenses account, that should be debited. All properties account, all the expenses account, that balance should be right in the debit column. And all the liabilities and all the income accounts, all the liabilities and all the income accounts, the balance will be recorded in the credit side, that is credit column. So if you go through all these various ledgers, it can be easily understand in which column we should record the amount in the trial balance. So students, you can go through this specimen thoroughly and prepare it, and you can write it in your accounts ruled sum notebook. Write the chapter heading and write this specimen after thoroughing the specimen. Don't copy it easily. You can prepare it and write it in your ruled accounts sum notebook and make thorough the specimen in order to prepare the sums easily. So in the next class we can solve some sums related to trial balance. So you can write the theory point of view, meaning, features, limitations, methods and steps. All these questions should be read by you and write it in your unruled accounts assignment notebook. Write the specimen in your ruled accounts sum notebook in a page. Prepare it thoroughly. Okay. Thank you.